Up through the stratosphere, America. I'm Zach Nanimus.
I'm Jacob Chodoriski.
I'm Eddie Janvo.
And we're here at Space City Con talking to the creators, designers, organizers, and composers to Stratos, which is a really cool board game that we've got some footage that we're going to show you in just a little bit of the game being played. And it's brand new. What's the name of your guys' company?
Board and Tail Games.
Board and Tail Games.
Okay, really, I don't know why I did that. Board and Tail Games.
We have an echo chamber in our office.
There we go.
Everybody, Board and Tail Games.
No, but basically we want to sit down with you guys and talk about this game. We saw it played yesterday. We played a little bit today, and I just think it's really, really interesting. And we wanted to have you guys tell everybody at home a little bit about the game, and also a little bit about how you created the game, your journey to this, to this con, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a mix of Euro-style board game and tactical RPG. Our inspiration was actually more video games, old school things like Shining Force. Newer-ish things like Disgaea, Final Fantasy Tactics. Just love the tactical battles, the fantasy world, the sense of adventure, and just wanted to bring that sort of thing into a board game format, but with like the grandiosity and the excitement of the video games that inspired it. But also, we love things to be more than just a battle. I mean, so many fantasy games, it's all about battling, and that's cool, and we have good battles too, but a grand adventure is so much more than that. The treasure, the exploring different places, we wanted to capture that, and that's what the game's about.
Yeah, absolutely. And we, because those games like Shining Force, Final Fantasy were so close to us and create such nostalgia for us, even now when we play them, we want Stratos to give that same nostalgia now and 10 years from now. So in the designing of the game, Jacob put, and we put all of that sort of energy of our love of games into this game so that not only that we love it, but hopefully people that play it at home will love it with us.
Well, now, you guys are from Canada, right?
Sorry?
Okay, why are you marketing down here is the big question. Like, we appreciate it, sure, but why?
Well, the adventure, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
New places.
New places.
You
Things
just want to come as far away from Canada as you could, where they still speak English, basically. Which Texas was the wrong call, by the way.
We rolled the dice. Here we are.
Nice.
No, I mean,
D50.
but really though, I mean, I stumbled upon it. It looked like a cool Comic-Con. I saw William Shatner was here. I didn't actually get to see him, but hey, he's coming here. We might as well come too. It was still open to exhibitors. They had a gaming room. I asked about it. John Harris got in touch with me. Cool guy, seemed excited to have me and just really helpful in getting set up and registered. So, okay, he wants me here. Texas looks cool. Haven't been there. We had already sold a bunch online and figured, hey, Texas looks like a good spot to go, so let's go.
Now, for those who haven't played, and I'm going to preface this by saying this is a very unique game. I don't think I have played a game like this. But for those who haven't played, what would you compare it to?
I think the easiest comparison is mix Settlers of Catan with Dungeons & Dragons Express. So Euro style, you play to points in a beginner map, but then there's more advanced scenarios with missions, and you have like teamwork and cooperation, sharing resources, and definitely the sense of adventure. The treasures, the traps, the exploration, the fighting, the monsters, all that stuff is in here, but in a nice express format. So, even if the Dungeon Master bails on you, or some of your friends don't show up, we have awesome maps for 2 players, or for 3, or 4, or 5. So no matter what happens, you can still have a cool adventure that night in 2 hours or less. That's the game.
I think what I'll add to that is, what sort of Jacob's design style is to find balance between things, and he mentioned a bunch of different games and a bunch of different sort of gameplay styles. They're really well blended in here. For the fantasy player that's used to RPG games with that depth is in this game. You can upgrade characters, you can find spells and compose quite an elaborate strategy. But for those that don't have any experience of that, they can pick up a dice, roll it, and win. Because I've even watched Jacob this weekend get beat by a 6-year-old that was, sort of dominating with an army. So it's got something for those that have a history of gaming, and for those that are just getting started. Stratos is a great way to get into RPG and fantasy.
You mentioned several different styles of gameplay, and what I love most about this is that it's a modular board. And how many different play styles? Because I know there's classic, there's 4-man, 6-man, King of the Hill. How many different ways can you play it?
We're still building. There are a bunch of things in the instruction manual, and we release new maps online on our website all the time. We just come up with new things to do. We're working on some co-op scenarios to make it more like purely together, so that way if 2 players want to play together like husband and wife but don't want to fight it out this time, okay. I know people have asked about solo campaigns. something we're working on. I think the sky's the limit. I mean, how many ways can you play an adventure game? How many ways can you think of? Just do it.
So this game is about 10 years plus in the making, and the scenarios and the maps that you see in the book are ones that have been tested exclusively by us and all of our friends. We found them to be very balanced and well weighted. But like Jacob said, on our website, we're working on a beta map builder that's going to be allowing our fans to create their own maps and then submit them to the community. So like he says, the sky really is the limit. We're in the talks of expansion packs that might expand the game up to 7 players or beyond. We're working on the idea of putting together a 15-player game that we're going to host on YouTube, just as a sheer, let's test the game's dynamics, let's see how it plays in a large forum. And that data that we collect from that, aside from being just a total blast, is going to teach us how to approach games on a larger scale moving forward.
That's really cool. And I think the most exciting thing so far is that you eventually you are thinking about making builds where you'll be able to play alone.
Yeah, absolutely. People ask all this, and you got to do it.
Thank God, because that's my dungeon master, and I'm done. So, hey, once again, thanks for coming all the way down here, showing us your game. We had a blast with it, and I think it's time to say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
How do you say goodbye in Canadies, in Canadian?
See you later, eh?
See you later. Did I do that right?
That's pretty good.